Hey guys, this is Miss Wolfson. I wanted to give you some support for your literacy assignment today, which is a grade. So we want to make sure that we do the best we can. Make sure that you have watched the mini lesson. Your learning target today is being able to find answers quickly in multiple sources by scanning the text and the text features. So they've linked two texts for you, one called Saving the Environment and one called Zero Waste at a grocery store. And your job is to read through it first and then go back and answer the questions that are in like a quiz format. So I copied our questions, there are 8 of them. I copied them over to this Word document, and then I have our two texts open right here. So we're going to go through it really quickly. And then I'll kind of walk you through answering the questions. So on the first page of the text, your heading is Trash Talk, and you can see it has something about recycling, how much trash everybody makes every day, how much that adds up to. You have a caption right here about 5 million tons of trash between Thanksgiving and New Year's Day. That's kind of our Christmas holidays with it starts, with Thanksgiving and a lot of shopping and wrapping presents and all that kind of stuff, and then goes through New Year's. So that's an extra 5 million tons. I thought that was crazy. This kind of breaks down the type of trash that we end up making. And you can see the percentages there of glass, wood, yard trimmings, food scraps, paper. If you keep going, you see this page is talking about some ways to help, and I notice it has reduce, reuse, recycle, repair, rethink. So we have a lot of R words right here, and we have some captions, okay? We want to remember that because I think there is a question about that. And then here there's a different heading called In Our Hands. It's talking about things that make life easier, but how our resources are being used really fast and how we can solve these problems, as a quote from Benjamin Franklin. Then finding our footprint. The footprint says a carbon footprint is a measure of our activities. If you notice, I'm looking at bold words, I'm looking at captions, I'm looking at text features. I'm not reading every single word, okay? I'm just scanning through, which is what she talked about in your mini lesson, to be able to get an idea of the passage. This one's called Following Your Passion, and it looks like it's talking about environmental groups that are helping to make it, helping to preserve our environment. It has an example at a store, what you can do at home, what you can do at the park. I see some people planting trees. Let's keep going. Again, more about protecting our planet. It has another quote here. We see people riding bikes. We see people planting trees. And then here is a page that gives an example of a group called Kids Corps USA. And it has a way that young people can help. It has some kids talking. Maybe they did an interview. This is an example of something that you can make. It's called a seed ball to fight deforestation. And it looks like it's a way to plant some other plants, and it has the steps on how to do that. And then we have our glossary. Okay, so that's our first text, our main passage. And then they gave you a supplemental passage called No Packaging Needed at This Grocery Store. And so our first feature is this photograph, and it's Katarina. I can't pronounce that last name. We'll call her Katarina B. She's founded Precycle, a zero-waste, package-free grocery store in the Bushwick neighborhood of Brooklyn, New York. So it looks like you bring your own jars and things in to get beans or rice or whatever. So your food doesn't come already in a package. You bring things, and maybe if you don't have it, you can purchase things that can be reused. So it's not plastic and stuff that's going to be thrown away. It gives some information about her and why she started this. It looks like it was from her son. It says other companies also emerge, so maybe they talk about other businesses that are using the same model that she does. It talks about how looking for convenience, our packaging ends up being with all the trash that we throw away is about convenience because it's easier. So if you use these containers, you kind of have to wash them again and take care of them versus like the plastic you just throw away. It talks about how you fill up your containers and then you weigh it and that's what you pay for. And that's the end of the article. Okay, so let's go to our questions really quickly and then we'll be going back and forth to kind of scan a little bit more and get some more information about how to answer our questions. So our first question right here says there are a lot of ways to help the planet. In text 1, the author mentions the 5 R's. Having a garage or a yard sale would be an example of which R. Okay, now I remember in text 1 we saw that that page that had the R's, and they're asking us specifically about a garage sale or a yard sale. Well, look right here. It says garage sale, and that R is rethink. Okay? So we already found rethink. Now, when you answer your questions, you probably want to, it may be, some of them are multiple choice. If it's a fill in the blank, maybe try to use complete sentences and answer in a good way, okay, in a coherent way, okay, so with complete sentences. All right, number 2. What are several ways people are trying to save the environment? In your answer, be sure to refer to the text when explaining your answer. You must name at least one example from text 1 and one example from text 2. So like text 1, you're going to look for those, let's see, here's our text 1. So this is where it starts talking about how we have a responsibility. It's in our hands. And then look, we have some examples of things you can do right here. Lessen your footprint. This is talking about some groups that are raising awareness that you could join. It gives some examples right here. Look, right here. Shop for products with less packaging. Keep energy costs low by turning off lights. Planting trees. Okay, so we're going to put some of those examples down. Look for products with less packaging. Turn off unused lights. Plant trees. Now, again, it says refer to the text. So you would say, in text 1, it mentioned one of these things, okay? You could also use this, give an example of this kids group and what they're doing. This kids group, Kids Core USA, you give an example of planting the plants and things like that. So all of that is from text 1, okay? And then you also have to give an example from text 2. Now, we remember what that was about, creating stores with less packaging for the products. Okay, so since Article 2 is about that, I might not include that from Article 1. I might try to find something different. Okay, so again, you need to make those into complete sentences, and you need to refer to where you found them. Okay, but do you notice how each question is giving you, it says in text 1, we learn appliances, computers, and other machines use energy when they're turned off. What is this called? Hint, use your text features. So I'm going to go back up. This is where it's talking about people solving the problem, people solving the problem, people solving the problem. Let's go up and see where it's talking about your carbon footprint. That one is tire tracks, so I don't think that's going to help. Board games use less energy. And it says text features, so I'm looking at my text features. I'm not necessarily looking in the package, in the passage. Let's keep going. Repair. Oh, look right here. Look right here. Do you know appliances use energy even when they are turned off? This is called phantom power. Okay? So we're going to say phantom power. Okay? And again, we found that in that text feature. Okay? Right here. It wasn't, and it said, it gave you that hint. Look in your text feature. So that means you're looking in the captions and the charts and the pictures, not necessarily the writing in the packages. Describe 2 challenges that come up with trying to save our Earth. In your answer, be sure to refer to text when explaining your answer. Okay? So you're going to give an example from text 1. And remember, there was a part about, let's see where we saw that. Okay, so this is about in our hands. So we're looking for problems. Okay, and this is again talking about your carbon footprint. Okay, so I'm just kind of scanning back through to look for anything that you can find that would be problems. Okay, so maybe here when it's talking about reducing your carbon footprint, think about the things that are driving right here. A problem might be getting to work. Okay, so people need transportation. Okay, so maybe they have to figure out different ways that are not so difficult for them. Okay, and then in text 2, there was a section in there on our convenience. Do you remember that? Looking for convenience. So that one's talking about some of the problems that we face. So we're looking for convenience. We want things to be easy, and it's easy just to pick up something in a bag and then throw it away when you're finished. But that's creating a lot of waste. Okay, so that's the problem. So you can look back through and you can find kind of your own examples of problems that it described. Question 5, it says read the paragraph below. So they give you the actual text to look at. How does this paragraph support the main idea of the article? So remember, passage 2 is about reducing packaging. Okay? And it says, remember what the article is mostly about. So choosing to avoid packaging entirely can be particularly inconvenient. She decided to reduce her own contributions to landfill. Soon she found she was stopping at a few different stores and farmers markets to find items she needed without plastic. Pre-cycle grew out of that hassle. Officially opening in December 2018. The goal was to make it easier for customers to choose package-free options. So when she started trying to find things that weren't wrapped in plastic, she was having to go lots of different places to get all the things she needed. So the main idea of this passage was reducing packaging. So how does this paragraph support that? You're going to talk about us know how she started her business. Okay, you're going to say something, you're going to describe how she started her business. Okay guys, I'm going to let you answer the rest of those on your own. I hope that helps you. Do a good job today. Do your best, okay? Talk to you later. Bye.